Bomb Squad Radio. I'm standing here with John Newson. He is the head coach for the Howard University Marching Band. My first question is, how long have you been coaching the Howard University Marching Band?
This is my 31st year.
And how do you like Vegas so far since you've been here?
Well, first of all, it's hot, but secondly, everything else is great. We're having a good time, and from the game last night into today, so we're having a great time.
How important is it to show high school children the possibilities of going to a historic black college or university?
Well, with us being there and performing, it's a great recruitment factor in regard to some of them have never seen Howard University's band and know little about the university. It's a highly academic school, but at the same time, we showcase with the marching band to top off the academics.
And then what are some of the more interesting places that Howard's marching band has played?
Okay, we've been the guest over in Bermuda on 3 different occasions. We've done the opening act for the African American Museum in D.C. We performed at the President Obama's first inaugural parade. That we performed at Macy's Day Parade in New York, and the list goes on.
So, do you sometimes have to pinch yourself when looking at your career and looking over it and saying, wow, I've built this program to this?
Well, I pat myself on the back, but most of all I pat the students for coming in, and they real raw in the beginning. And last night was our first performance of the season. I have about 50% freshmen, and it's just the reaction I see from them after they perform and how excited they are about their performance. Like I said, they hate practicing, but they love to perform.
So let's talk a little bit about you. Like, where does your roots begin in band?
Well, I'm originally from Louisiana. I went to Southern University, participated in the band at Southern University. My teaching experience goes 2 years in Louisiana in the public school system, 1 year in Detroit, Michigan in the public schools, 3 years on the college level at Prairie View A&M in Prairie View, Texas, 1 year at Albany State College in Albany, Georgia, 12 years at Morgan State in Baltimore, Maryland, and 31 years at Howard.
Let me just say that I am enamored. I'm honored standing here talking to you with that type of prestigious history and making it happen for the children.
Well, like I said, my whole thing is to educate the students and also expose them to as much as I can. I'm gonna I'm gonna teach 1 more year, and that'll be 50 years of teaching, and I'm gonna retire.
You're gonna retire?
At 70 years old this time. I need to let it move on to someone else.
What is the top 3 goals or top 3 things that you instill, that you teach your students in band? Their goals or aspirations or honor code. Honor code is what I'm trying to get to. What is the top 3 honor code provisions that you teach your children?
Okay, after you get past the music part of it, I try to instill in them to take pride in being in the group, to develop a good relationship with their counter students, and above all, to go out and be good citizens in the world.
Does Howard have any social media that you want to put out there for people to follow the band and also check out Howard University?
Well, they can always go to the Howard University Showtime Marching Band website. You can go to YouTube and get a chance to see many of our videos throughout the years. And just a big shout out to the alumni and friends of the Showtime Band, and just said thank you.
Okay, one last question now. What's the first thing you're going to do on vacation?
I'm going to spend 2 months doing absolutely nothing, after which I'll be We're gonna travel. My wife and I gonna travel, but the first 2 months gonna be absolutely nothing. Just sitting back, sitting at home in a chair, and just having a good time, doing absolutely nothing.
Thank you, John Newson. I would like to thank you for what you do for black children, raising them up to be men and women through band. So I want to thank you for that.
I appreciate it, and that was my goal in the beginning, to educate the young adults as they get ready to go out in the world and develop into professional men and women.